If you can make money doing the opposite of what I'm about to talk about in this video, I will personally give you $30,000. I'm dead serious. I will give you $30,000 if you can watch this entire video and prove me wrong. In this video, I'll be talking about signal groups in general. You can see them with people who trade Forex, cryptocurrencies, stocks, commodities, and so on and so forth. So what exactly are signal groups? In case you don't know, they are communities that are generally led by one or a few people who tell the members of the community exactly when to buy a stock, cryptocurrency, or asset and exactly when to sell them. It sounds very appealing at first, especially if you're a beginner in the market and you don't know what to do or where to start. But today I'm making this video so that people don't waste their precious time and money on such groups. Before we get into today's video, as always, make sure to like and subscribe. I know firsthand how signal groups work. Someone I used to work with wanted to run a signal group with me. He wasn't a good trader, and while he did make a few good trades from time to time, overall he was consistently losing money with his trades. And this motivated him to make a signal group that would provide him a consistent cash flow. I knew how lucrative signal groups could be. I've seen signal group leaders drive their Porsches around, and I know that on average, they make tens of thousands of dollars every month. But I was ethically against the idea of running a signal group for a number of reasons. Not only did I not want to irresponsibly ruin someone's life financially by providing the wrong signals, but fundamentally, they're nothing more than marketing companies. Imagine that you want to run a signal group. You select 1,000 random people and you give them different signals. Let's say that you tell 500 people that Bitcoin is going to drop tomorrow and the other 500 that Bitcoin is going to move up tomorrow. Assume that Bitcoin moves up. You now have a sample size of 500. From here to 250 people, you tell them Bitcoin is going to drop tomorrow, and to the other 250, you tell them it's going to move up again tomorrow. Bitcoin moves down, and you're left with 250 people who think you accurately predicted the market movement twice. Now, to 125 people, you repeat the same thing, telling half of the people that Bitcoin is going to move up tomorrow, and the other half that Bitcoin is going to move down tomorrow. You're ultimately left with 62 people who think you can accurately predict the market and never get it wrong. These people will blindly trust you now, even if you mispredict a few things. You can charge them $300 a month for your paid signal group subscription, and they'll pay you a total of $18,600 every month. Of course, these people won't make money trading based on your signals because you were never good enough to trade for yourself anyway, but who cares? As long as these suckers are paying you $20,000 every month, why would these people's well-being be in your best interest? If anything, the way you can make more money is not to focus on the quality of the signals you provide and help your followers attempt to make money, but to repeat what you did with another sample size of 1,000 people. A smart and critical investor needs to pierce through the essence of the matter he is observing. For instance, it's much more obvious now, but in essence, Tesla is not an automotive company. A lot of short sellers initially made the mistake of comparing it with traditional automotive manufacturers like Ford and Toyota, instead of thinking about Tesla as a tech company. This happened because they weren't able to pierce through the essence of the matter. Same with signal groups. Think about the essence of the business. Why would someone want to run a signal group? What does the signal group leader gain? How do you benefit from the signal group? What actual value is being created? Is the person leading the signal group actually making you rich? Is he even qualified? How do you know? Does the signal group leader even have skin in the game? In other words, does he actually invest his own money based on the calls he makes? Signal groups don't offer any value, period. They fall into either one of the two categories. They're either led by self-proclaimed traders who aren't good at trading at all, so they need to rely on other business models like a signal group, or they're led by scammers who are part of pump and dump schemes. Yes, you heard it right. Oftentimes, signal group leaders are part of pump and dump schemes. This can't be done in Forex because of how large the trading volume is, and less so with stocks, but very often with cryptocurrencies, especially because the trading volume is relatively lower compared to stocks or Forex, and because there aren't any regulations against market manipulation. So here's how a pump and dump scheme works. Let's say there's a cryptocurrency exchange that offers a coin called EGOT coin. Since Dogecoin is a real coin, let's assume that there's a coin called EGOT that becomes a target of a pump and dump. Let's say there's a guy named Benjamin who runs the Signal group. One chat that he runs consists of paid members who pay him hundreds of dollars on a monthly basis. He then has another free Signal group, which essentially acts as a marketing channel for his paid membership. In the free Signal group, he posts some of his most successful calls, and that makes him look like he knows everything about the market and that he gets all the market movement correctly. And since it's free, a lot of people don't bother joining the group for some free information. But this is what he does. He buys a lot of EGOT coins at, let's say, $1. He then posts a signal in his paid membership chat telling his followers to buy EGOT coins at $2 and to sell them at $10. When the price reaches $5, he then posts a signal on the free membership chat as well. He tells the members in his free Signal group to buy the coin at $5 and to sell it at $12. The people in the free Signal group follow his orders and buy at $5. So to organize, Benjamin bought his coins at an average of $1. His paid members bought at $2 per coin, and the free members bought at $5 per coin. When the price reaches $5, Benjamin sells his coins, which gives him 5x returns. The price collapses as a result of Benjamin selling his coins, and the paid members panic sell at their entry price of $2. The free members are the suckers who are left with coins that they overbought for $5 on average, which are now worth less than $1. After the dust settles, Benjamin posts his profits in the free Signal group, claiming that the free members didn't make money because they weren't part of the paid Signal group, and that if they want to make money next time, they better join the paid group. To the paid group members who are angry at Benjamin because they didn't profit from the trade, Benjamin tells them that it's their fault for being too greedy because they were profiting from the trade at one point, and that they should seek comfort in the fact that they at least didn't lose money. I'll talk about how pump and dump groups specifically work in a future video, but all you need to know for now is that the paid Signal group leaders who actually make money from trades take part in pump and dump schemes like this, where they dump all their bags on their followers and they're the only ones making money. Now let's assume that in a parallel universe, Benjamin, the paid Signal group leader, is not leading a pump and dump scheme or a scam. Even if it's not a scam, if they're really that good at predicting the market, they should be rich already, and they shouldn't have to run a paid Signal group. If they have the skill to make money consistently trading, they should be running a hedge fund, not an unregistered pseudo-business Signal group. Now let's assume that in a parallel universe, Benjamin does have the skill, but he's just trying to raise funds for himself via a Signal group. Because everyone needs to start somewhere, right? What if I told you that even if the best traders ran Signal groups, you wouldn't be able to make money? I'm talking about people like Paul Tudor Jones or other verified traders who have stood the test of time and managed to beat the market consistently over decades. There are two reasons as to why this is the case. First of all, even the best traders and investors have read weeks, months, and even years. If we look at Warren Buffett as an example, he did beat the market consistently on average over time. But if we actually look at his annual returns from the past, especially of his record during the 70s, it's not as impressive as we think. For instance, in 1974, he was down 43.7%, while the market was down 26.7%. The next year, he was still down 5%, while the market was up a whopping 37.2%. But then in 1976 and 1977, he made a comeback and beat the market by a mile. So even the best of the best make losing trades. What sets them apart from other people is that they make more winning trades than losing trades, and they make sure that they win more than they lose. If you were to be part of a signal group that is led by someone who isn't a scammer and does indeed have the skills to become a successful trader, you will be unable to bear the psychological burden of losing trades. The same happened with Peter Lynch's Magellan Fund, which was notorious for beating the market consistently. During times when the fund underperformed, people withdrew their capital like there was no tomorrow. They do this with gurus who have a proven track record of surviving the stock market. Imagine what they'll do if they join a signal group with literally zero ground to prove themselves. But this doesn't necessarily mean that the signal group you're in, which is currently generating huge losses for you, is one that's being run by a trading genius who will have his time to shine in 5 years from now. Like I said, all signal group leaders are either just bad traders or part of a bigger scheme that does not generate any value. Also, there's a time factor you need to consider as well. Let's continue to assume that Benjamin is a great trader and that he is currently running a signal group because he needs to raise a lot of capital first before he can trade for himself. The reason you joined a signal group in the first place is because you didn't have enough time to teach yourself to trade. Now, it's very likely that you work a 9-to-5 job, which means that you won't be able to participate in the signals in real time. Signals could appear at 11 a.m., 4 p.m., or even during your sleep. You'll have to postpone whatever you're doing to enter a trade immediately. This isn't realistic. You can't just drop everything to trade. And when you do get the time to participate in these signals, it's highly likely that the ship has sailed past already and you've missed your entry price. So, even if the signals being provided were all successful ones, trading based on signals being provided at any time during your day is very, very unrealistic. Lastly, I'm against signal groups based on my bull theory. If you don't know what the bull theory is, make sure to check out the previous video I did on the bull theory. And now you might say, well, Mike, you're saying this because you haven't met my signal group leader. He's awesome. He makes good trades, yada, yada, yada. Well, I stand firm with my statement that signal group leaders are either bad traders or people who are part of a bigger scheme that screws over their followers and does not generate any value. Period. And I wasn't kidding at the beginning of the video when I said I'd give $30,000 to whoever proves me wrong. If you think your paid signal group leader is different, here's what you can do to win $30,000. Send me all the documents that prove the following. A. Proof that the signal group has been providing signals that are profitable enough to consistently beat the market for the past 10 years. B. Proof that the paid signal group leader also had skin in the game and traded every single signal he provided. C. Proof that the signal group consists of more than 500 paid members and that at least half of the paid members have also followed the signals exactly as provided and have managed to beat the market consistently for the past 10 years. D. Proof that the company is legally registered and has been paying taxes for the past 10 years. And lastly, have all the documents notarized by a Korean lawyer and sent to me via email. I am confident that no one will be actually able to send me proof of anything because there is no such thing as signal groups that generate any value and help their paid members get wealthier. But if anyone does care to send me those files, I will review them with my lawyer and actually wire you the money if you can prove me wrong. The reason I don't run a signal group when I easily could is because I'm ethically against it to begin with. I don't want to ruin the lives of people who count on me and make irresponsible calls. Secondly, I'm a good trader and I make enough money for my trades. I don't have to beg other people to join my premium signal group to generate additional cash flow. And lastly, I don't run signal groups because I'm not a scammer who promises false dreams and capitalizes on other people's hope. So that is it for today, guys. I hope the explanation was helpful. If you are part of a paid signal group, please don't waste any more money or time on them. Don't rely on other people to catch the fish for you. Learn to catch the fish yourself. It will be hard at first, I know, because I've been through it too. But I want to provide the right guidance on my YouTube channel and through my free courses as well. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe for more quality content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.